Dining is one of the biggest parts to any trip to Disney World, and it can be one of the most costly elements whilst you are there. So how do you make sure that you get amazing food and an incredible experience? These are the top 10 most overrated restaurants at Disney World that you should avoid, and I will also name some great alternatives to them. My name is Sophie from Most Magical Guides, and I create content all about planning your ultimate Disney World, Universal Orlando and Disneyland Paris trips. So if that is something you like, make sure that you smash the subscribe button down below, and also click the bell notification so you know whenever I upload a new video. So I will preface this by saying these restaurants aren't necessarily bad, but it could be that maybe you pay more for the experience and the food isn't so great, or maybe there's a high cost and the reality doesn't live up to the expectation. So let's dive into the 10 most overrated restaurants at Disney World. Be Our Guest. Be Our Guest is the amazing Beauty and the Beast themed restaurant inside Magic Kingdom. It's one of the most popular restaurants at Disney World, so it's really hard to get a dining reservation for. So you may be wondering, why is Be Our Guest on this list? And that is because typically what you're paying for is the experience of dining inside the Beauty and the Beast castle, inside the ballroom or in the West Wing. There's also another room with an amazing kind of like sculpture of the Beast and Belle dancing. That's what you pay for. The meal itself is not to everyone's taste. It is French cuisine, so if that's not something you're keen on, that can be off-putting. Also, it's a set course, so it's 3 courses for $62. So you can't go in and pick off the menu. You can't just go, I'll have a main and a drink. You've got to pay the $62 for the 3 courses. Now, the setting is stunning. People have cried. I'm not saying it was me, but people have cried. But that is what you are paying for. So the food itself, the portions are known to be kind of small. And like I say, the cuisine isn't to everyone's taste. So for $62, this is one of the most expensive restaurants at Disney World and is at the same price as Cinderella's Royal Table, so the most expensive that you will find in Magic Kingdom. So because of this, it is kind of overrated. If you're paying the big bucks for a meal, you want something that gives you incredible food, amazing service, and a beautiful setting. And Be Our Guest doesn't quite hit the mark on all of those aspects. If you are looking for a table service restaurant in Magic Kingdom, some great alternatives are Liberty Tree Tavern, where you can get a Thanksgiving style meal. It's $39, all you care to enjoy. It's amazing. Or Jungle Navigation Skipper's Canteen, where it says incredible food. This is kind of like a hidden gem restaurant. If you love Asian cuisine, it is amazing. PINOCCHIO's Village House. So this quick service restaurant is in a prominent location in Fantasyland. When you first walk in and you see the carousel, right behind it you will see Pinocchio's Village House. It also has a great view looking inside to the entrance of It's a Small World ride. The decor is beautiful, it's really cute, but sadly the food is a little lacking. Here you will find pizza and pasta, but it's kind of very basic. There's nothing that stands out. It's kind of what you expect if you go to a theme park and you get pizza or pasta, just very basic, not going to blow your mind. If you are looking for some quick service food in Magic Kingdom, some great alternatives are Casey's Corner for hot dogs, Pecos Bill's for amazing Mexican food, and Columbia Harbour House, which kind of does fish and that kind of New England style food, and it is one of the best quick service locations in Magic Kingdom. If you're wanting some great pizza whilst you're at Disney World, then I would actually recommend going to Blaze Pizza in Disney Springs. So here you can choose from pizzas off the menu, or you can build your own, so you can add all the toppings that you like, and it costs about $11, so it's actually really good value as well. So if you're looking for pizza, Blaze is the place to go. Chef Mickey's. Chef Mickey's is one of the most popular restaurants in Disney World because it is a character dining location where you can meet Mickey and his pals. This restaurant is inside the Contemporary Resort. It is amazing. It's right in the middle. You can see the monorail go past, and of course you get to interact with Mickey and all of his friends. But again, it's one of the most popular, so how come it is on this list? And its popularity is one of the reasons. Because so many people want to dine here, the service can be quite rushed because they need to get the turnover of guests very quickly. It's also another location where the focus is on the experience rather than the food. The food's not necessarily bad, but it's not going to blow your mind. Chef Mickey's is also very expensive. It costs $42 for breakfast, $55 for dinner. So if you were kind of feeling a bit rushed, you're not really having the experience that you'd like, you can't interact as much as you would with the characters, it's maybe not worth the price point. If you were looking for some amazing character dining with Mickey and his pals specifically, then I would highly recommend breakfast at Topolino's Terrace. Not only is this a stunning restaurant on the top floor of the Riviera Resort, you can also see Mickey and his pals in their artist costumes at this character dining breakfast. If you'd like to do character dining in one of the parks, then I would recommend Tusker House in Animal Kingdom. The food's really incredible and it's unique. You get African fare, American fare, it's really great. And you get to see Mickey and his pals in their safari costumes. Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe. Cosmic Rays is a fast food restaurant in Tomorrowland in Magic Kingdom, and it's become super popular for its kind of like 90s futuristic decor and also Sunny Eclipse. He is an animatronic musician who is there to entertain you, and he's kind of got his own cult following now. So the setting is cool, and also it serves food that people really like burgers, hot dogs and chicken tenders, but the food is just okay. It's nothing to write home about, it is just your standard fast food that you would expect in a theme park, but there's nothing elevated or exciting about it. This is also a very busy location, so because of that, mobile ordering can take a very long time, so make sure you get your order in early. You can do it actually from the beginning of the day if you know what time you want to eat, but if you just turn up and mobile order on the spot outside, then you could be waiting up to an hour for your food. As with Pinocchio Village House, the great quick service locations in Magic Kingdom are Casey's Corner, Peckhurst Bills and Columbia Harbour House. Lotus Blossom Cafe. So this quick service location is in Epcot in the China Pavilion, and it just serves kind of very basic Chinese food. It's the sort of thing that you would get from a bog standard takeaway. It's nothing very exciting, and Epcot has so many restaurants that it's really not worth spending your time at this location when there's so many other options available to you. If you are looking for great Asian food in Epcot, then I would recommend Teppan Edo. This is a table service restaurant where you can experience table theatre. Your chef actually cooks the food right in front of you, and they do loads of tricks and amazing things. So you also get a show as well as great food. If you'd like a quick service meal in Epcot, then Rose and Crown Pub is a great option. You also have Regal Eagle Smokehouse, which is perfect for fans of barbecue, and Sunshine Seasons if you're looking for something a bit lighter or a bit healthier. Pizza Rizzo. So Pizza Rizzo is a pizza and Italian restaurant in Hollywood Studios, and the reason it makes this list is because Hollywood Studios is probably the best Disney park for quick service food, and this restaurant just isn't up to par with the other restaurants that are there. We're starting to see a theme that the Italian food, whether it be pizza or pasta at Disney World, kind of tends to be a bit lackluster, and that is the same case at this restaurant. But if you're looking for some really great food in Hollywood Studios, then I would recommend Woody's Lunchbox, Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo, and Ronto Roasters in Galaxy's Edge, and Rosie's All-American Cafe. And once again, if you are looking for fantastic pizza, head over to Disney Springs, visit Blaze, and for $11 you can have great pizza that's specific to your taste. Rainforest Cafe and T-Rex. So I've put these two restaurants into one because they're very similar. So basically they are highly themed restaurants that include animatronics, and that is the main reason people come. If you go to the Rainforest Cafe, it is decorated exactly like a rainforest, and then you have lots of animatronic animals. And then if you go to T-Rex, it is dinosaur themed, so incredible animatronic dinosaurs. You also have lighting and sound effects, so it's kind of like a show whilst you're eating. So this is why people tend to go here. It is super fun and highly themed, but again the food is kind of lackluster. You're coming for the experience rather than the food. If you would like to have amazing food and a great experience, then here are some great alternatives. If you would like some highly themed dining, then Sci-Fi Dine-In Theatre in Hollywood Studios is amazing. It's kind of like a 50s drive-in. There are cars that you get to sit in. There's a big screen playing movies. It is amazing. If you're big fans of nature, then you should go to Sanaa at Animal Kingdom Lodge. This restaurant has huge glass windows that look out over onto the savannah, and while you're eating, you can see animals such as giraffes and zebras, which is incredible. And if you'd like some fun experiences, then a character dining meal is perfect because you get to interact with some great characters. PIZZAFARI. So PIZZAFARI is a quick service location in Animal Kingdom, and it is actually one of the restaurants at Disney World that has some of the worst reviews on Yelp. And it tends just to be that the food is lackluster. As we can see, there's been a theme emerging that pizza at Disney World is not always that great. And this is another example of that. If you would like some great quick service food at Animal Kingdom, then I would highly recommend Sartuli Canteen in Pandora. This is actually one of the fan favourite restaurants in all of Disney World, and also Flame Tree Barbecue, another highly rated restaurant, both of them worth visiting over PIZZAFARI. Space 220. One of the newest restaurants at Disney World is Space 220 in Epcot. In this restaurant, you get into an elevator and you are transported into space. The windows are not actually windows, they're screens, so you really do feel like you are in outer space. And this is the reason why this is such a popular restaurant. The theming and the experience is incredible. So why is it on the list? Well, that's because I think the price point doesn't really match up to what you get. So to dine at Space 220, you can dine either at lunch or dinner. Both of them are set menus. Lunch is 2 courses for $55 and dinner is 3 courses for $79. The food on offer is nice, but it doesn't match up to the price point. So for example, myself, the meal that I would have there would be a salad, then it would be a spaghetti bolognese made with zoodles, and then a carrot cake. Is it a $79 menu? I don't really think so. And that seems to be the common concern for people who have dined here, that the experience was great, but the price for the food is far too expensive for what you get. If you would like some out of this galaxy dining, then I would suggest heading over to Hollywood Studios and going to Galaxy's Edge. Here you will find 2 quick service locations, Ronto Roasters and Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo. They both have awesome quick service meals and they've actually become fan favourites in the short time period that they've been open. You can also head over to Ogger's Cantina and get spectacular drinks. So if you're looking for a space themed experience, that is the place to go. If you were looking for some table service dining in Epcot, then I would suggest Spice Road Table. This restaurant is super underappreciated and it is a range of small plates of kind of Middle Eastern food. And what's great about that is you can choose a few different dishes to sample and try, which is really nice. Or somewhere like Rose and Crown Dining Room, which has lots of different British dishes, or Tepanedo, where you also get the table theatre as well as great Asian food. AKERSHUS Royal Banquet Hall. So AKERSHUS Royal Banquet Hall is a character dining experience in Epcot, and here you can meet the Disney princesses. Now this restaurant is currently closed, but new signage has been put up suggesting that it should be reopening soon. But here are the reasons you should not dine at AKERSHUS Royal Banquet Hall. Out of all of the restaurants I've dined in at Disney World, this is the only one I actively tell people do not eat here. It is the worst food I've had at Disney World, and in fact it's some of the worst food I've had anywhere. I personally love Scandinavian food, so I was so excited to eat here. I'd read bad reviews, but I kind of ignored them because I thought maybe it's not the food is bad, maybe it's just not to people's taste. Always believe the reviews. I made a grave error. I should have believed the reviews. The food here was super bad, and also the characters were super rushed. You had maybe one sentence and a quick photograph with them, so you really did not get your money's worth for either the character experience or the dining. This is also one of the most expensive restaurants at Disney World, and you can totally get much better food and experience in other locations. If you're going to be spending the big bucks, then you want to have everything be amazing, and this restaurant simply does not offer you that. Some great alternatives are 1900 Park Fair, which is in the Grand Floridian Resort. Now this is a buffet restaurant and you can choose lots of kind of traditional American foods. And then the characters here in the evening are Cinderella, Prince Charming, the Ugly Sisters and Lady Tremaine. I had some of the best character interactions I've ever had at this restaurant. They do not rush you, they really spend the time to talk with you and make it memorable, and I cannot recommend it highly enough. enough. The other alternative to AKERSHUS is Cinderella's Royal Table. Now obviously at the moment it is a modified character dining experience, so you don't get all of the princesses, you do just get Cinderella come out and make an appearance every now and again. I assume when AKERSHUS reopens that will be the same. So for the price, I think Cinderella's Royal Table is a much better option because the food is better and also you get to dine inside Cinderella Castle. With over 200 restaurants at Disney World, there are so many to choose from, but now you know the 10 that you should probably skip over and some great alternatives to them. So I hope that that helps you pick your best Disney dining experience. If you would like to know anything more about Disney dining, let me know in the comments down below. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and until next time, see you soon. Bye bye.